Okay? All right, let's give it a try. Go along this way, okay? Way we go. Low carry at the moment. Low carry. Okay. Faster. Very good. Around the table. Very good.
How do you deal with a customer if he does get a little bit awkward?
If they get really awkward, the tray goes over them. Yes! Full of drinks. We hope.
Okay, now who's going to try a real high carry? Okay? Oh, there we go. Whoa!
Excuse me, I'm going there. That's all right. Come around here.
Hugh Hefner controls his kingdom from a 7-foot circular, power-driven, vibratable bed. It rotates as well.
It's very nice of you to come round. Yeah, I've always wanted one of these things.
The Playboy Club, Chicago, heart of a £30 million empire built around the simple principle that most people like to look at pretty girls. In this case, well-trained pretty girls.
Good evening, I'm your Bunny Izzy.
You notice that she smiles and gives eye contact with all four of us. We imagine that there's another gentleman sitting there. She places the napkin. Now you notice that she placed the napkin for the ladies first and with the bunny emblem facing the guest. Now when she places this one, you notice that she is doing what we call a bunny dip. There you notice that she is bending at the waist. That's incorrect. Another way that it could be incorrect is if she were to go down in a sitting position rather than keeping her hips tucked under. Okay, once again, let's see the bunny dip done just so. That's absolutely correct.
The bunny must always be correct and ready to smile however tired she is. Nearly 100 London bunnies will be trained by the British girls now in Chicago. Girls like Dodie Allen, a Londoner, Dolly Reed from Bristol. Why did they go?
Well, I wanted to see America, and it was very glamorous. I thought it was very glamorous.
But you won't be working here, will you?
No, I'll be working in England, but also it's a very glamorous job in England too, and it's a very well-paid job.
Really?
Very well-paid.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
How well paid?
We'll be getting £35 a week,
That's not
which is
bad.
good.
What were you
Yes.
getting before you came here?
Well, I was an actress, you know, and it was up and down like a yo-yo. Sometimes I worked, sometimes I didn't.
But why a bunny? I mean,
Well, it's glamorous. You meet a lot of people, and all types of people. You know, family people and, you know, business people. And so nice. Every day you meet different people.
but you're not allowed to mix with them at all, are you?
No, you're not, and that's nice because you're protected.
Well, you say you're protected, but you're wearing, to put it mildly, the brief of costumes, yeah, which reveals a considerable amount of you. Don't you find this embarrassing?
Is it?
Working like this?
No, not a bit. Not a bit, because when we're on the beach, we wear far less. Far less. We really do.
What effect do you find that you have on the club members here in Chicago?
The majority of people are only too pleased that we're English anyway, you know, and they keep talking about England and their relatives, and that, you know, and they're very sweet. They're used to seeing bunnies in costumes, so they don't really, you know, take it out on us at all, you know.
And how do you think you're going to find them in London?
Oh, we hope so. We hope the English people are
They're supposed to have
going to live up to their name, you know, and be gentlemen.
You hope.
We hope.
We hope.
The Americans are gentlemen, why shouldn't the English?
How do you deal with a customer if he does get a little bit awkward?
We just say, sir, you're not allowed to touch the bunnies. And if he keeps it up, you just say, sir, you're not allowed to touch the bunnies, please don't.
Or then, if
Or
they
then you
get
get
really
film
awkward,
directed.
the tray goes over them.
Yes! Full of drinks.
We hope. We hope.
So anyway, as I went past, he pulled my tail.
Yeah.
So when I come back, I said to him, I said, well, please don't touch the bunnies there. And he was just still grinning and looking silly. And then he grabbed my arm and tried to pull me down, see? So I just said to him, I said, look, sir, I said, I'm very sorry. I said, but just think if I was your sister. I said, I'm sure if you have got a sister, I said, you wouldn't like her to take this abuse.
We hope that will not happen very often. Usually doesn't, but you should know what to do if it does, so that you stay ladies at all times.
Playboy magazine, of course, is tied up with the Playboy
Yes.
Clubs. Have you done any posing for nude pictures for that?
Yes, I'm going to be Miss May.
You're going to be...
In the centrefold, yes.
You were asked to do this?
Yes, and I'm getting $5,000 for it. And I asked my parents first. I phoned them up and they said, fine, you know. My parents trust me, they're great.
You weren't concerned about posing the nude?
No. because I had a Pompeo is the next who took the pictures. He just made you feel so at home, you know. And I thought I would be embarrassed. I really did, because I've never done anything like that before. But I just wasn't. Yeah, it was just great. Homely atmosphere.
Have you done any posing, Nelly?
No,
Why?
I'm too shy.
Were you asked?
Yes.
But, you know, what made you decide positively against it?
I don't know, just something in me that I wouldn't do it.
All right, let's give it a try. Go along this way, okay? Way we go. Low carry at the moment. Low carry. Okay. Faster. Very good. Around the table. Very good. High carry. Okay, high carry. Move along, move along, move along. Okay, go in between. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, low carry. Okay. Faster, faster, faster. High carry. Reverse. No, here we go. All right, fast, fast. Away we go, away we go. Faster. Okay, now who's going to try a real high carry? Okay? Whoop, there we go. Whoa!
Guests at the Playboy Mansion can have a fish's eye view of the swimmers through an underwater window, like living in a goldfish bowl, whether they're working or relaxing. The mansion stands on Chicago's North State Parkway. In the organization, it's known as the House. Here, the British Bunnies live, paying £10 a week for food and board. Here, their boss lives too, more like a hermit than a tycoon, because he rarely leaves his close-carpeted suite. If he'll see you, you have to take off your shoes. Then you pad like some pilgrim to the inner sanctum of Hugh Hefner, president of Playboy Clubs International, editor-publisher of Playboy magazine, at 39, a millionaire and a bachelor.
Yes, that'll be all right. Okay.
He controls his kingdom from a 7-foot circular, power-driven, vibratable bed.
Okay.
It rotates as well.
Excuse me, I'm going to
That's all right.
come around here. Saves getting up and...
It's very nice of you to come round. You know, I've always wanted one of these things. What's the advantage in a revolving bed?
Well, the real idea behind this one is that it turns a single room into 4 separate rooms. In other words, depending on the direction that it's facing, it sets up very nicely in front of the fireplace or the hi-fi or television, or on the other side we've got a kind of a desk working.
Now, can I bring you to the Playboy Clubs? What basically is the principle behind the Playboy Clubs?
Well, the club is really an extension of the concept that was developed in the magazine, and it's an attempt as much as possible to kind of bring to life many of the notions that are popularized in the magazine. The concept of relaxed urban living, good food and drink, pretty girls, good entertainment.
Do you feel that your customers come to basically look at the bunnies?
No, I don't think so consciously. I don't think that it's... the bunnies, of course, are the most popular aspect of the club operation, but I think it's the total operation, the total sense of being the Playboy Club that makes it popular.
Looking round here, the office-cum-bedroom that you have here, one can't help but get the feeling that there's an awful lot of research into sex goes into the background of this business.
Well, my own educational background is psychology, and I've been very interested in people and motivations, etc., since I was very young. And so if that comment is related to noticing that I have a lot of texts and research material around related to psychology and to sex, that's true. It has more to do with this editorial series, the Playboy Philosophy, that I've been writing, which is really a personal expression of my own views on some of the social and sexual ills of our time.
Now, you demand very high moral standards to do with the clubs. For instance, no dating between the bunnies and the members. Don't you feel that dressing the way the girls are dressed, are you not presenting a sort of sexual tease? Are you not saying that far but no further?
I don't think there's any pretense involved in it, because, what might be...
Well, it might be called a tease. Would that be?
Oh, yes, there's... Well, I think that it would be, in other words, there's no pretense or hypocrisy involved in it because there is no attempted suggestion that the operation is anything otherwise. In other words, the fact that the Bunnies don't date the customers is one of the things that we promote. The reason for that is not any kind of double standard or hypocritical point of view on our part by any means. It's just an attempt to separate business from pleasure.
Big business, plenty of pleasure. But are there dangers too? In London, I spoke to the man behind the British Playboy Club, Victor Lowndes, known as Vic Baby to his friends.
Now, the Playboy clubs boast of the high moral standards that they keep up. How are you able to ensure that those standards stay high here and the club doesn't degenerate just into another sex club?
Well, of course, we have a tremendous amount at stake, so it's very important to us that we do keep the clubs on a very high level. In the States, we use shopping services. Here, there are no such things, so we'll have to employ private detectives, particularly for the job. They come into the club, they act like members, we select them so that they look like members, and they try to date the girls to find out their phone numbers. And the girls know that this is being done, that there are people who will be in the club asking them these questions, offering them money to meet them after work, things of that sort, so that we can instantly fire anybody who breaks any of the rules, but more than that, so that we can protect the good girls against anybody who might be tempted to break our rules. And they appreciate the fact that we do police them in this way. So we can't afford to do anything otherwise. We must police them at all times.
You pay these girls £35 a week and you dress them in the briefest of costumes. Don't you think that there's a danger that they might be corrupted by all this?
Well, the high wages, I think, keep them from being corrupted. If they got out of line, they'd lose the high salary job, and there's no temptation. They can well afford to be independent and to go their own merry way because they get paid £35 a week, which is a lot of money by average working girl standards, I think. And we reward them extra. We have an incentive scheme, so it's possible actually for a girl to make more than that. I don't think big money tends to corrupt, no.
Not even the big money of $5,000 for nude posing for Playboy magazine?
Well, I don't think that necessarily posing in the nude is corrupting, as you might say. As the lady once commented when she was criticized for wearing diamonds during the daytime, she said, well, them's what has them, wears them. And I think the young lady with a lovely figure who poses in the nude is not to be accused of immorality.
But isn't $5,000, what, £1,500, an extremely large amount to pay a young girl?
It's £1,800, actually. Well, it's a lot of money, but there are very few girls who would qualify for the Playmate of the Month.
Back in Chicago, more potential playmates scurry to work, through the snowbound streets to the hothouse life they've chosen. Behind the scenes, their costumes, all individually tailored, are waiting. A scramble to get wedged into the heavily boned costume, ready for another 8-hour stint in the dimly lit bars. Life, says Hefner, is an end in itself, and pleasure is preferable to pain. It's a philosophy that's netted his organization a cool, very painless £10 million over the past year.